Stop for a moment and think about the last time you made a choice that left you feeling disconnected from yourself or regretful afterward. In my research of Carl Jung's work, one of the most profound discoveries that continually resonates with me is his concept of the shadow. Jung's shadow is not just a mystical idea, but a powerful lens through which we can deeply understand our unconscious motivations and make far more conscious decisions. I've found in Jung's theories that bringing the shadow into awareness is like shining a light on hidden parts of ourselves that continuously influence our actions without us realizing it. The truth Jung uncovered is that most of our decisions are not as free as we like to believe, because they're often shaped by those unacknowledged aspects of the psyche that we repress or deny. Knowing this creates urgency because in today's complex world, unaware impulses from the shadow can lead to repeated mistakes, conflict, or feelings of inner chaos. I've studied numerous cases from Jung where patients struggled with compulsive behaviors or self-sabotage, only to find healing and clarity once the shadow was integrated. Put yourself in this situation I'm about to describe. Imagine a person who constantly makes career moves driven by a hidden fear of failure or a rebellious part they have never admitted to themselves. Jung showed through his clinical observations that such individuals are blindly pushed by the shadow's energy until they bring it into consciousness. The first critical insight Jung gave us is that the shadow is made of all those denied elements, often negative traits or impulses, that we project onto others. By recognizing and owning these parts, we reclaim psychological energy that was wasted in avoidance. This is not an easy journey because Jung himself struggled with his shadow, but his method offers a pathway to conscious decision-making that honors our whole self. In many of his writings, Jung illustrated this with stories of patients who, once trapped in habitual unconscious patterns, began a process he called individuation, a profound transformation leading to wholeness. During this process, the shadow no longer acts as a behind-the-scenes puppeteer, but becomes a conscious partner in choice. I find it fascinating that Jung contrasted his approach with theories like Freud's, which focus heavily on repression without much guidance for integration. Jung's ultimate revelation was that the shadow holds creative potential as well as destructive tendencies, and it must be engaged with rather than feared. Let me share how this plays out today. Suppose you have a tendency towards jealousy that you habitually deny. When you finally recognize this jealousy as part of your shadow, you understand why certain decisions in relationships feel compulsive or damaging. This awareness offers you the chance to pause and reflect before acting. To make conscious decisions, Jung recommended active imagination as a practical technique, a dialogue with the shadow through visualization or journaling that invites those hidden parts to speak. This process gradually dissolves the projections and builds self-knowledge. Another step Jung emphasized is the acceptance of one's whole self, including imperfections, which reduces the unconscious pressure to act out shadow impulses. I encourage you to start by observing moments of strong emotional reactions or inner conflict and ask yourself what part of your shadow is influencing these feelings. Remember Jung's belief in human potential. He was optimistic about our capacity to transform even the darkest inner content into wisdom and freedom. The reward for this courageous inner work is decision-making rooted in authenticity rather than avoidance or denial. In summary, Jung wanted us to remember that the shadow is not an enemy, rather it is a vital part of our psyche, begging for recognition. When we invite the shadow into our conscious awareness, we gain access to deeper self-knowledge and a richer decision-making process, free from hidden forces. Imagine how your life can change when your choices truly reflect your entire being instead of just the narrow parts you prefer to see. Tomorrow, we will explore the equally fascinating question of how do archetypes guide my life purpose? This next step is crucial because archetypes, much like the shadow, shape our inner world but provide a positive roadmap towards the life we are meant to live. Diving into Jung's insights on archetypes will help you understand how the shadow integration you begin today is only the foundation for discovering your deeper life mission. If you found value in this exploration, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss this essential continuation of our Jungian journey. I am genuinely excited to continue this conversation with you tomorrow, and I hope you are too, because unlocking the guidance of archetypes will elevate your conscious decision-making to an entirely new level.